Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, to understand the proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and the dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of the father, and forsake not the law of the mother. For there shall be an ornament of grace unto the head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, Come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us look proudly for the innocent without cause, let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and old as does go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in the lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from that path. For thy feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They look proudly for their own lives. So the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of the concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple one, will ye allow simplicity? And the scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I'll pour out my spirit unto you. I'll make known my words unto you. Because I have called no man, and ye refuse. I stretched out my hand, no man regarded. But I have set it not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, your destruction cometh as the whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 2. My son, if thou wilt receive my words, and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline an ear unto wisdom, and apply an out to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her or silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity. Yea, every good path. When wisdom entered into the heart, knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, and understanding shall keep thee. To deliver thee from the ways of evil man, from the man that speaketh perverse things, who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil, and delight in the perverseness of the wicked, Whoso ways the crooked, the proud in the path, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger, which flattereth with a word, which forsaketh the guide of a youth, and forgetteth the covenant of a God. For a house inclineth unto death, and her path unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that they mayst go in the way of good man, and keep the paths of the righteous. But the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 3. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about the neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shall thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from the evil. Shall be held to the navel, and marrow to the bones. Honor the Lord with the substance, and with the first fruits of all thine increase. Shall the barns be filled with plenty, and the precious shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as the father the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that can desert not to be compared unto her. Length of days in her right hand, in her left hand, riches and honor, a waist of pleasantness, and all her paths of peace. She is a tree of life to them that love hold on her. Happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, the clouds drop down the dew. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall there be life to the soul and grace to the neck. Then shall thou walk in the way safely, and the foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yet thou shalt lie down, and sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. But the Lord shall be thy confidence, shall keep thy foot from being taken. It will not good from them to whom it is due, but it is in the power of the hand to do it. Say not to the neighbor, go and come again, tomorrow I will give, when thou hastest by thee. Devise not evil against the neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without a cause, if he have done thee no harm. Envy not the oppression, choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination to the law, but his secret is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace to the lowly. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. Memory verses, Proverbs chapter 4. Hear, ye children, the instruction of a father, that tend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, she shall preserve thee. Love her, she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. With all the getting, get understanding. Exalt her, she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her. She shall give to the head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she delivered to thee. Hear, my son, receive my sayings. The years of thy life shall be many. I taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the right path. When thou goest, the step shall not be straitened. When thou runnest, the step shall not. When thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of her instruction, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not in the path of the wicked, go not in the way of evil man. Avoid it, pass not from it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. But they sleep not, except they have done mischief. Their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. But they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink of the wine of the violence. The path of the just is the shining light that shineth more and more. But the path of the wicked is a darkness, they know not at what they stumble. Hear, my son, attend to my words. Incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst and heart, for their life and to them that find them, health to all the flesh. Keep the heart with all diligence. Out of it are issues of the life. Put away from thee a perverse mouth, and perverse lips put forth from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and the light eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of foot. Let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, not to the left. Remove the foot, far from evil. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 5. My son, attend unto my wisdom. Bow thine ear to my understanding, that the mayest regard discretion, that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop an honeycomb, and the mouth is smoother than oil. But the end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as two-edged sword. Our feet go down to death, our steps take hold and all. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, our ways are movable, and thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way far from out. Come not nigh the door of a house, lest thou give that honor to others, and thy ears unto the cruel. Lest the strangers be filled with their wealth, and the laborers be in the house of a stranger. And thou mourn at the loss when the flesh and the body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, my heart despised reproof, and not obeyed the voice of teachers, nor incline mine ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, running waters out of thine own well. Let the fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine, and not strangers with thee. Let the fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of the youth. Let her be as the pleasant roe and loving hen. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. Be thou ravished always with her love. Why will thou, my son, be ravished with a stranger man, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord. He pondereth all his goings. His own wickedness shall take the wicked, his own iniquity shall take the wicked himself. He shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 6. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken an hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of the mouth, thou art taken with the words of the mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art come into the hand of the friend, go humble thyself, make sure the friend. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the end, thou sluggard, consider a ways, be wise. Which are no guy, overseer, or ruler, provideth a meat in the summer, gathered at food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of the sleep? At a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall the poverty come as one that travelleth, and the want as an armed man. A naughty person and a wicked man walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart, he deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Your 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look, and a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, and feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and eateth soweth discord among brethren. My son, keep the father's commandment, and forsake not the law of the mother. Bind them continually upon the heart, tie them about the neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. When thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. The commandment is the lamp, and the law is the light. And reproof of instruction are the way of life. To keep thee from the strange woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. By the means of an odious woman, a man is brought to your press. A man is brought to a piece of bread, and adulterers will hunt for the precious life. Can a man keep fire in his bosom and his cloth not be burned? Can one go upon heat coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbour's wife, whoso toucheth her shall not be innocent. Man do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But he that committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroy his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. But jealousy is a race of man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 7. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live. My law is the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon the fingers. Write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding, the kinswoman, that I may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement. I beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youth, a young man, word of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and darkness, behold, there met him a woman with an attire of harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Now feet abide not in the house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face she said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my oaths. Therefore came my food to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I perfume my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. The good man is not at home. He had gone a long journey. He had taken a bag of money with him and come home on the day appointed. With a much fairer speech, she caused him to yield, and with the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an axe goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of stocks, till the dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasted to the snare, and knoweth not it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and tend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart declare in her ways. Go not astray in her path, for she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 8. Let not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice. She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in, at the doors. Unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. My mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired, and not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out the knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, in the evil way, and the proud mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rules, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. Allow them that love me. Those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor with me, yet durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yet than fine gold. My revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit a substance, and I will fill the treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet not made the earth, not the fields, not the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Then I was by him as one brought up with him. And I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. Whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 9. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her base. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished a table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She cried upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in either. As for him that wanteth understanding, she said to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which are mingled. Forsake the foolish, and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. He that rebuketh the wicked man getteth himself a blood. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me the days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. But if thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. And if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. Foolish woman is a clamorous. She is simple and not at nothing. She sitteth at the door of her house, and is sitting in the highest places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in either. As for him that wanteth understanding, she said to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and the bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are they, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. He that gathereth in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in the harvest is a son that causeth shame. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandment, but a prating fool shall fall. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely. He that perverteth his way shall be known. He that winketh with the eyes causes sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth all sin. In the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found. But the rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near distraction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, but the destruction of the poor is the poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. Is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that rejecteth reproof erreth. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth slander is a fool. In the multitude of words they wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver, the heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. The fear of the wicked that shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passes, so is wicked no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and as smoke to the eyes, so is the gall to them that send him. The fear of the Lord prolongeth the days, the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, but the proud tongue shall be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh frowardness. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 11. A false balance is abomination to the law, but the just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgression shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness dealeth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but the transgressor shall be taken by their own naughtiness. When the wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of the unjust man perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor. With true knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. But when the wicked shall perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, but he that hateth suretyship is sure. A gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong man retain riches. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is of a cruel troubleth his own flesh. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth to his own death. They that are of a proud heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in the way are his delight. Though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a javel of gold in a swain's nose, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattered, yet increaseth. There is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. He that withholdeth the corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it will come unto him. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be a servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 12. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. A good man obtaineth fear of the Lord, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. A virtuous woman is crowned to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. The vows of the wicked are to lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. The wicked is overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. A man shall be commanded according to his wisdom, but he that is of a perverse heart shall be despised. He that is despised and hath a servant is better than he that honoureth himself and lacketh bread. The righteous man regardeth the life of the beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He that telleth his land shall be satisfied with fruit, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. The wicked desireth the net of evil man, but the root of the righteous yieldeth fruit. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. A man shall be satisfied with the good by the fruit of his mouth. The recompense of a man's hand shall be rendered unto him. The way of fool is wise in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is presently known. The prudent man covereth shame. He that speaketh truth sheweth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is that speaketh like piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is held. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but the lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counsels of peace is joy. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to the law, but they that deal truly are his delight. A prudent man concealeth the knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but slothful shall be under tribute. Heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way the wicked seduceth them. The slothful man trusteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. In the way of righteous is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 13. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but his corner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good for the food of his mouth, but the sword of the transgressor shall eat violence. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner. There is that maketh himself rich and hath nothing, there is that himself maketh poor and hath great riches. The ransom of man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contention, but with wise is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase it. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, is the tree of life. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. The law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snakes of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of transgress is hard. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a full light openeth folly. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is held. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. The desire accomplishes sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. He that walketh in the wise shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man liveth in integrity to his children. The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the tillage of the poor. There is that destroyed for want of judgment. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. The righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 14. Every wise woman buildeth a house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord, but he that is perverse in his ways despiseth him. And the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the axe. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of prudence is to understand his way. The folly of fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. The heart knoweth its own bitterness, and a stranger doeth not intermeddle with his joy. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of the wit is heaviness. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, but a good man shall be satisfied from himself. The simple believeth every word, and the prudent man looketh well to his going. A wise man faith and depart from evil, but a fool raiseth and is confident. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, a man of wicked devices is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich hath many friends. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not err that devise evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. The crown of the wise is the riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh the lies. In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and the children shall have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. And the multitude of people is the king's honor, and the want of the people is the destruction of the prince. He that is slow to wrath is of a great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, and envy the rottenness of bones. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoureth him hath mercy on the poor. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous hath hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Righteousness exalteth nation, but sin is reproach to any people. A king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 15. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. The wholesome tongue is a tree of life, and perverseness therein is the breach in the spirit. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth the reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of fools doeth not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. Correction is grievous. The way of the wicked is abomination to the Lord, but he loveth them that follow it after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. He that hateth reproof shall die. Hell and destruction are before the eyes of the Lord. How much more the heart of the children of man. A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A merry heart maketh a cheerful covenant, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him that understanding seeketh the knowledge, but the mouth of the fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that hath a merry heart hath a continual peace. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is the den of habits where love is than a stoled axe and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he is slow to anger appeaseth strife. The way of fool is the edge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. It is as sport to a fool to the mischief, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, the purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counsels they are established. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word is spoken in due season. How good is it! The way of life is about to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he establishes the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are abomination to the law, but the words of pure are pleasant words. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the wise studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the righteous, the light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and a good report maketh the bones fat. A good report maketh the bones fat. The ear, the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth the reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 16. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord, whereas the spirits, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. The Lord hath made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. Every one that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand joined in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. By the fear of the Lord, man depart from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is little with righteousness than great revenues without right. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. Divine sentence in the lips of the king, and his mouth transgresseth not in judgment. A just weight and the balance are the Lord's, and all the weights of the bag are his work. It's an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, but the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of the kings, and they love him that speaketh right. The wrath of the king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. In the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is as the cloud of a later rain. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil, and he that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Pride goeth before destruction, and an heart is spared before a fall. Better it is to be an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. He that handleth the matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of lips increaseth learning. Understanding is the wellspring of life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of wise teacheth his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. Pleasant words and honeycomb, sweet to the soul, health to the bones. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. He that laboureth for himself, and his mouth craveth it of him. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. A froward man soweth up strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. A violent man enticeth his neighbour, and leadeth him into the way that is not good. He shutteth his eyes to devise froward things, moving his lips, he bringeth evil to pass. That hairy head is the crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. He that is slow to anger is better than mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. Lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 17. Better is a dry morsel, and quietness the beat, than an house full of sacrifices with strife. A wise servant shall have rule over the son that causeth shame, and shall have part of the inheritance among the brethren. The pining pot for silver, the furnace for gold, but the Lord trieth the hearts. A wicked deer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. So mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamity shall not be unpunished. Children are the crown of old men, and the glory of the children are their fathers. Excellent speech becometh not a fool, much less do lying lips a prince. A gift is as a precious stone in the eyes of him that hath it. Where the savour it turneth, it prospereth. He that covereth transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth very friends. A reproof entereth more into a wise man than 100 stripes into a fool. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. Let a bear robbed of her webs meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. The beginning of strife is as when one letteth out water, therefore leave off contention before it be meddled with. Either justify at the wicked and condemn at the just, when both of them are abomination to the Lord. Wherefore is there a prize in the hand of a fool to get wisdom, seeing he hath no heart to it? A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A man void of understanding striketh ants and becometh surety in the presence of his friend. He loveth transgression that loveth strife, and he that exalteth his gate seeketh destruction. He that hath a proud hand findeth no good. He that hath a perverse tongue falleth into mischief. He that begetteth a fool doeth it to his sorrow, and a father fool hath no joy. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dryeth the bones. The wicked man taketh gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. Wisdom is before him that hath understanding, but the eyes of fool are in the ends of the earth. A foolish son is grief to his father, and bitterness to her that pay him. Also to punish the just is not good, not to strike princes for equity. He that hath knowledge spreadeth his words, and a man of understanding is an excellent spirit. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, and he that chatteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 18. Through desire, a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. A fool hath no delight in understanding, but that his art may discover itself. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. The words of man are as deep waters, and wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his distraction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a talebearer as his wounds, they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, and is an high wall in his own concert. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. He that answereth the matter before he heareth it is a folly and shame unto him. The spirit of man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him before great men. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but is never cometh and searcheth him. The Lord causeth contentions to cease, and parteth between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and the contentions are like a bars of a castle. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life on the power of the tongue, and the day that liveth shall eat the fruit thereof. Whoso findeth the five findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favour of the Lord. The poor useth intercedes, but the rich answereth roughly. A man that hath friends must shew himself friendly. There is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 19. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Also that the soul be without knowledge is not good, and he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. The foolishness of man perverteth his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. Many will entreat the favour of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursueth them with words, yet they are wanting to him. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less for servant to have rule over princes. The discretion of man differeth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. The wrath of the king as the roaring of a lion. His favor is in his favor as dew upon the grass. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and continues to survive or a continual dropping. House and riches are the inheritance of the fathers, but the prudent wife is from the Lord. Slothfulness casteth into deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth his own soul, but he that despiteth his way shall die. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. Chasten the son while there is hope, let not the soul spare for his crying. A man of great worth shall suffer punishment, though deliver him at the must do it again. Here counts and receive instruction of the measure wise in the latter end. There are many devices in man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. The desire of man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. The poor man is better than a liar. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life. He that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. The slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom, and will not so much as bring it his mouth again. Smite the scorn, and simple will beware. And reprove one that understanding, he will understand knowledge. He that wasteth his father and chaseth away his mother is a son that causeth shame and bringeth reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causeth error from the words of knowledge. An ungodly witness scorneth the judgment. The mouth of the wicked devoureth iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and strives for the back of fools. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 20. Wine is a marker, and strong drink is raising. Whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. The fear of the king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. It is an honor for man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. The sluggard will not plow by the reason of the cold, therefore shall he beg in the harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most of men will proclaim every one his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? The just man walketh in integrity, and his children are blessed after him. A king that sitteth in the throne of judgment casteth away all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Diverse ways and diverse measures, both of them are alike abomination to the Lord. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure or whether it be right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye the Lord hath made, even both of them. Love not the sheep, lest thou come into poverty. Open thine eyes, thou shalt be satisfied with bread. It is not, said the bear. But when he is gone is then he boasteth. There is gold and multitude of rubies, and lips of knowledge, the precious Zebel. Take his garment and shoot for a stranger. Take a pledge of him for a strange woman. Bed of desire is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, with good advice make war. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secret, therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. Whoso curseth his father and mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. An inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. Say not thou, I will recompense evil. Wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. Divers weights are an abomination to the Lord, and the false balance is not good. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? It is a snare to the man to devote that which is holy, and afterwards to make inquiry. A wise king scattered the wicked and bringeth weal over them. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. Mercy and truth pursue the king, and his throne is established by mercy. The glory of young men is the strength, and the beauty of old men is the grey head. The blueness of wound cleanseth away evil. So do stripes, the inward parts of the belly. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. And a look and a proud heart and the plowing the wicked is sin. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but every one that is hasty only to want. The getting of treasure by lying tongue is vanity, toes to and fro them that seek death. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. The way of man is proud and stained, but as for the pure, his work is right. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. The soul of the wicked desireth evil, and his neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. The righteous man wisely considers the house of the wicked, but God overturneth the wicked for their wickedness. So stoppeth his ear the cry of the poor. He also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and as a reward in the bosom is strong wrath. It is joy for the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The man that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and ale shall not be rich. The wicked shall be ransomed for the righteous, and transgressor for the upright. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. There is a treasure to be desired in all the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. He that followeth righteousness much and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Whoso keepeth his mouth and tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dwelleth in proud wrath. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. The sacrifice of the wicked abomination, how much more when he bringeth with a wicked mind? A false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly. A wicked man hardeneth his face, but as for the pure, he directeth his way. There is no wisdom, no understanding, no counseling is the Lord. The horse is prepared in the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 22. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth evil and addeth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Thorns and snares in the way of the proud. He that doth keep his soul shall be fall from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that hath bountiful eyes shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Your strife and reproach shall cease. He that hath the pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrow at the words of the transgressor. The slothful man said, There is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Bow down then hear the words of the wise, and apply them heart unto my knowledge. It is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee, for they shall be withal fitted in thy lips, that thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written unto thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee to know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mayst answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and will spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Say as though a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 23. When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not thou desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Will thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, they fly as an eagle toward heaven. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. The morsel which thou hast eaten shall thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless, for the Redeemer is mighty, he shall plead their cause with thee. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Yea, thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. My son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yea, my reins shall rejoice when thy lips speak right things. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. For surely there is an end, and expectation shall not be cut off. Yea, thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way. Be not among wine bibbers and righteous eaters of flesh, for the drunkard and glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. Hearken unto the father that begat thee, and despise not the mother when she is old. Buy the truth, and sell it not, also wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy of him. Thy father and thy mother shall be glad, and she that bare thee shall rejoice. My son, give me thine heart, let thine eyes observe my ways. For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lieth in wait for a prey, and increaseth transgressors among men. Who hath sorrow, who hath contentions, who hath babblings, who hath wounds without cause, who hath redness of eyes. They that tarry at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine. Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth colour in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent. At the last it biteth like a serpent, and stingeth like an adder. And thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things. Yet thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that lieth upon the top of a mast. Thou hast stricken me, shalt thou say, and I was not sick. Thou hast beaten me, and I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it yet again. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 24. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them, but the heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. True wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established, and by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counsel they shall make the war, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool, he openeth not his mouth in the gate. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person. The thought of foolishness is sin, and scorn is abomination to men. If they faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbid to deliver them that are drawn to death, and those that are ready to be slain, if thou sayest, behold, we know it not, doeth not he that pondereth the hearts consider it? And he that keepeth the soul, doeth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. Let not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous, and spoil not its resting place. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and turn away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of evil man, neither be thou envious at the wicked, but there shall be no reward to the evil man, and the candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. For that calamity shall rise suddenly, and who not the reign of them both. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have the respect of persons in judgment. He that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall people curse, nations shall abhor him. But to them that rebuke him shall be a delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. Every man shall kiss his lip that giveth a right answer. Prepare the work without, make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build an house. Be not witness against the neighbor without a cause, and deceive not with their lips. Say not, I will do so to him as he had done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard with the man void of understanding. Lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. At a little sleep, a little slumber, a little fold the hands to sleep, shall the poverty come as one the tablet, and the want is an armed man. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 25. These are also Proverbs of Solomon, which the man of Israel, king of Judah, copied out. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the heart of the king is to search out a matter. The heaven for height and earth for the depth, the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from the silver, and they come forth the vessel for the finer. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. Put not forth thyself in the presence of the king, and stand not in the place of great men. For it is better that it be said unto thee, Come up hither, than that thou shouldest put lower in the presence of the prince, whom thine eyes have seen. Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do at the end when the neighbor has put thee to shame. Debate the cause with the neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another, lest he that hear thee put thee to shame, and the infamy turn not away. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver. As an earring of gold, as an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. Whoso boasteth of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. By long forbearing his friends pursued it, and his soft tongue breaketh the bone. As thou found honey, eat it so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it. Withdraw thy foot from thy neighbour's house, lest he be weary of thee, and so hate thee. A man that bears false witness against his neighbour is like maul and sword and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like broken truth and foot out of joint. As he that taketh away garment in cold weather, and is vinegar upon nectarine, so is he that singeth songs to an heavy heart. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. If he be thirsty, give him water to drink. But thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. And the Lord shall reward thee. The north wind driveth away rain. So doeth an angry countenance, backbiting tongue. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with the brawling women in a wide house. As cold waters to thirsty souls, so is good news from a far country. A righteous man falling down before the wicked is like trouble found in a corrupt spring. It is not good to eat much honey, so for man to search their own glory is not glory. He that hath no ruler over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 26. As snow in summer and as rain in harvest, so honor is not seemly for a fool. As the bird by wandering, as the swallow by flying, so the curse causeless shall not come. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. He that sendeth a message by the hand of a fool cutteth off the feet and drinketh damage. The legs of lame are not equal, so is the parable in the mouth of fools. As he that bindeth a stone in a sling, so is he that giveth honor to a fool. As the thorn goeth up into the hand of the drunkard, so is the parable in the mouth of fools. The great God that formed all things both rewardeth the fools and rewardeth transgressors. As a dog returneth to its vomit, so is a fool returneth to its folly. Says though a man wise in his own conceit, there is more hope of a fool than of him. The slothful man saith, there is a lion in the way, a lion is in the streets. As the doe turneth upon his hinges, so doeth slothful upon his bed. The slothful hideth his hand in his bosom, and it grieveth him to bring it again to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. He that passeth by and meddleth with a strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh the dog by the ears. As a madman who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death, so is he that deceiveth his neighbor and saith, am not I in sport? Where no wood is, there the fire goeth out. So where there is no tale-bearer, the strife ceaseth. As coals to the burning coals and wood to the fire, so is a contentious man to kindle the strife. The words of tale-bearer are as wounds that go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Burning lips and a wicked heart, like potsherd covered with silver dross. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. There are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return unto him. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 27. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. A stone is heavy, and the sand weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The full soul loateth an honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. As a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doeth the sweetness of a man's friend by haughty counsel. Thine own friend and the father's friend forsake not. Neither go into the brother's house in the day of the calamity, for better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. My son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me. A prudent man foreseeth evil, and hideth himself, but a simple pass on, and are punished. Take his garment that is suitable for a stranger, take a pleasure of him for a strange woman. He that blesseth his friend with loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. A continual dropping in a very rainy day, and a contentious woman are alike. Whoso hideth the wind, and with the ointment of oil, and with the right hand, and with the ointment of his right hand, which bebrayeth itself. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. As in water the face unto to face, so the heart of man to man. Hell and destruction are never full, So the eyes of man are never satisfied. As pining forth for silver, and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his price. Thou shouldest bray a fool in a motel, among wheat with a pestle, yet will not its foolishness depart from him. Be thou diligent to know the state of the flocks, and look well to the herds, for riches are not forever. The crown endure to every generation. The hay appeareth, and tender grass sheweth. The herbs of the mountain are gathered. The lambs are for the clothing, and the goats for the price of the field. Thou shalt have goat's milk enough for the food of the household, and for the maintenance for thy maidens. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 28. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. But the transgression of the land, many are the princes there are, but by man of understanding and knowledge the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is the companion of a righteous man shameth his father. He that by asking unjust gain increaseth his substance shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his pride shall be abomination. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself in his own pit, but the upright shall have good things in possession. The rich man is wise in his own counsel, but the poor that hath understanding searcheth him out. When the righteous do rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. He that covereth his transgressions shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that auditeth his own shall fall into mischief. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit, let no man stay him. He that walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that perverteth in ways shall fall at once. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth vain persons shall have poverty enough. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. To have respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread that man will transgress. He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. He that rebuketh a man afterwards shall find more favor than he that flattereth with his tongue. Whoso robbeth his father or mother and saith it is no transgression, the same is a companion of a destroyer. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 29. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall certainly be destroyed, and that without a remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth a substance. The king by judgment established the land, but he that receiveth the gifts overthroweth it. A man that flattereth with his neighbor spreadeth the net for his feet. In the transgression of evil man there is a snare, but the righteous do sing and rejoice. The righteous consider the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. Scornful man bringeth city into snare, but wise men turn away wrath. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether there is rage or laugh, there is no rest. The bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek a soul. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. The poor and deceitful man made together, the Lord lighteneth both their eyes. The king that faithfully judgeth the poor, his throne shall be established forever. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child that left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. When the wicked are multiplied, the transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see the fall. Correct thy son, and shall give thee rest. He shall give delight unto thy soul. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. A servant will not be corrected by words, though he understand, he will not answer. See, as the man that is hasty in his word, there is more hope of fool than of him. Either delicately bring it up a servant from a child, shall have him become son at length. An angry man sitteth the strife, and a furious man about his transgression. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Whoso parteth with a thief hateth his own soul. He heareth cursing, it bewray it not. The fear of man bringeth a snare to him, but whoso trusteth in the Lord shall be safe. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 30. The words of Agur, the son of Cheke, even the prophecy. The man spake unto Itiel, even unto Itiel unto Cal. Surely I am more brutish than any man, and am not the understanding of a man. I neither learned wisdom, nor have the knowledge of the holy, who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended, who hath gathered the winds in his fist, who hath bound the waters in a garment, who hath established all the ends of the earth. What is his name? What is his son's name, if thou canst tell? Every word of God is pure, and is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add the not unto Israel, lest he reprove thee, thou be found a liar. Two things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. Accuse not a servant unto his master, lest he curse thee and thou be found guilty. There is a generation that curseth the father and doth not bless the mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as nails, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. The heart sleeps as two daughters, crying, give, give. There are three things that are never satisfied. Yeah, four things say not, it is enough. The grave and the barren womb, and the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire, it saith not, it is enough. The eye that mocketh at his father, and despiseth to obey his mother, the ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and an eagle shall eat it. There are three things which are too wonderful for me, four I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, the way of a man with a maid. Such are the ways of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. For three things the earth is disquieted. For four which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat, and an Irish woman when she is married, and an handmaid that is hired to her mistress. There be four things which are little upon earth, but they're exceeding wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare the meat in the summer. The coney saw but a feeble flock, yet make they their houses in the rocks. A locust have no king, yet go they forth, all of them are bands. The spider taketh hold with the ants, and is in king's palaces. There be three things which go well, four are calmly in going. A lion which is strongest among the beasts, and turneth not away for any. A greyhound, and he goat also, a king against whom there is no rising up. If thou hast done foolishly in lifting up thyself, if thou hast thought evil, lay thine hand upon the mouth. Surely the churning of milk bringeth forth butter, and the wringing of nose bringeth forth blood. So the forcing of wrath bringeth forth strife. Memory verses from Proverbs chapter 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my oaths. Give not thy strength unto woman, nor the ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. Lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open the mouth for the dumb, in the cause of all such are appointed to destruction. Open the mouth, judge righteously, plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? The soul of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good, and not evil all the days of her life. Seeketh owl and flocks, working willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She cleanseth the field, and buyeth it, and with the fruit of her hand she planteth the vineyard. She girdeth her lions with strength, and strengtheneth her. She girdeth her lions with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchant eyes is good, and a candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out a hand to the poor. She reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings with tapestry. Her clothing is silk, and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it. She delivered girdles unto the merchant. She strengthened honor of her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise and called her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.